أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعه وولاه وسلم تسليما كثيرا أما بعد. Let's get into our lecture of today, which is about small deeds or easy to do deeds. They're not small, I don't want to call them small deeds, but easy to do deeds and enormous rewards from Allah Azza wa Jal. Of course the reward will be enormous. It's easy on us physically, but it is with Allah Azza wa Jal, it is a huge deal, huge difference. As an example, the hadith, before I say anything, you will know that we know a lot of things, but unfortunately we're not practicing it. That's why it is far from our head. But once we spoke about it, yeah, I know that. I know you know that, but have you done it? That proves the point that when we ask Allah for guidance, we are not just asking Him to show us. Many people see the truth, but they still don't do it. They are distracted, they are controlled by their lust and desire, they are under the effect of other things, they are busy, they are worried, they are anxious, they are depressed, whatever the reason is. So not everybody, just because they are shown the truth or they're shown a good thing, they will end up doing it. Actually, majority of the people will not do it, even though they know the right thing. So you need the help of Allah Azza wa Jal to remind you, to remember Him. Right? Who perfect the wudu? That might be, as I said, the relative acts. Easy on somebody, hard on somebody. So I'm saying all, and we will talk about, mostly it's for average people. So perfect your wudu. When you wash your hands, wash them properly. MashaAllah, everybody now say, don't wash your hand less than 20 seconds. And we're doing it, subhanAllah. So Muslim will do the same. Actually, by the way, it is the same. If I have a ring, I have to make sure it is, the water is coming under. If I watch, same thing. I take it off or I make sure that I move it so the water comes under it. And you have to do between your fingers. And they say this is part of washing. And you have to wash like this, out the outer parts of your thumbs. And you have to make sure that you wash also al-barajim or these parts. Sometimes it has skin folds and all of that. So you have to wash them. So you have to wash your hand very good, and so exactly the same thing. It is our sunnah to wash our hands. That's perfecting washing of the hands. When you rinse the water in your mouth, make sure that you swish it all around. A dentist will tell you to do that. When you do the mouthwash, they tell you to keep swishing it and do it for 30 seconds or a minute. Subhanallah, our deen tells us to do the wudu. I'm not saying rinse your mouth for 1 minute in wudu 3 times, no, but at least make those 3 times take 30 seconds. Switch the mouth and go sideways, up and down and around, and then spit the water in the nose. When you take the water, make sure that you sniff the water until it reaches to the highest part of the nose. It is uncomfortable in the beginning, but then it becomes a habit of yours. When you wash your face, make sure that you reach everywhere in your face. And if you have a beard or something, you do that. And the sisters, you make sure that it goes around you under your hijab if you are wearing hijab, or all the areas where the hair grows around the face. And when you do your arms, make sure you include the elbow, not to the elbow, no, include the elbow as well, and go a little bit over. That Sayyidina Abu Hurairah said the people will come in the day of judgment with light where they have wudu in their faces, on their arms, and on their feet. And I want to elongate and make that light extra. So he does wudu extra. That's called isbaghul wudu, perfecting the wudu. So whoever does that, Rasul ﷺ said, your sins comes from your body, out from your body, until it comes down from under your nails, subhanallah. And there is another hadith that when you wash your face, all the sins that you committed with your eyes and your mouth, it comes down. And when you spit, the water comes out. And when you nose, it comes out. When you, wipe your ears or wash your ears properly in the wudu, all what you heard with your ears goes out. What you did with your hand goes out. What you did with your feet goes out. So when you stand of Allah, you stand a sinless person. But if you do it right. So this is a simple act, like we do wudu 5 times a day, or more or less. So might as well that you do it with the right intention, or do it properly. It's an easy act to perfect it. Since you are doing wudu, it's easier to actually put some conscious effort into it while you are doing it, so you get this enormous reward of all the sins leaving you after you finish the wudu.